Hello, my wonderful people. Greeting to you all. Oh. I don't carry Ubunga Waka Komo. This one, now the case of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. He don't come out to swear, give everybody where you're using name in vain. He don't talk say Ogu, say now go kill everybody where they using name or the name of IPOB or the name of ESN to the dupe our fellow Biafrans. And according to him, he said that Ogu, Amadioha, Ayilara, and the rest of other gods where we get for Nigeria say they go gather and join hands together, come by that particular person. And in that written note, he made them clear to the Biafrans, so whether you dey home or abroad or in diaspora, anywhere where you dey or you dey overseas, say he can never ever again forgive anybody where don't they use his name, they do things when no they good for we Obodo Biafra. Okay, make on listen to the great news. I will take talk and waiting be the conclusion where people they give. Because if I know read them to honor, and I go to say, na me. I mean they use my hand, can they formulate all these things, can they bring donor. Okay, make on hear them now from the horse's mouth. As he want listen, as he want watch them, as he want enjoy this news or the waka where I want carry enter this particular early morning news. Make you remember say you need to subscribe. You need to like and also you need to comment. And remember that of them all, you need to share this message. Share it to your family, your friends, your well-wishers, even those people who hate you. At least they need this message to know exactly what the able leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, is saying from the DSS custody. Some people, they will come to my comment section and begin to lament. I said, why must somebody be in the detention and be ruling Biafra? Or why must he be in the detention and expect people to accept what he said? Okay, well, maybe anybody waiting for station or custody or prison have become deaf and dumb. Is that what people are trying to tell me? Well, that is not the issue now. He can issue, even if they cannot allow him to do a nationwide broadcast, which people are still suspecting that the reason why the DSS have stopped Nnamdi Kanu from giving any further instruction from the DSS simply because they don't want people to stop obeying the so-called Prime Minister of Biafran Republic in exile, which is Mazi Simon Ekpa. That is exactly what they said, and that is the people's thinking and insinuations. Because you cannot tell me Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never have access to come on a phone. At least appearing in court is enough for him to give at least even if it's a 1 minute or 2 minute video or voice to the general public. I beg you, make gonna see how I take behave, or make gonna see what they happen, or make gonna see the reasons or where I know I never give any broadcast or I never grant any interview, at least something of this nature. I beg, make gonna see how when I go take the follow all this matter, I be my matter. I see so since the way we say, yeah, he don't there for DSS. At least when you don't come out to come talk, say, okay, we'll make sure that obey Simon Ekpa, say him be my disciple, and whatever he said, you people should do. At least they could have been granting him this audience to speak to the Biafrans. But no, they never do that, simply because any day he will do it, we mark the end of the oppressed being coming from the Simon Ekpa, according to what people are thinking. Do not bash me. Do not come and insult me simply because you know how to write or you know how to read. I'm telling you what people out there is saying. Listen to me as a media man. It is my duty to be to be encroaching every nooks and crannies and know people's minds. That is the only way I can bring it to general public, so that some people who don't know about it will also be aware. They look at what people are thinking. That is simple, my work, and that is what I'm doing. Except insult. I never insult, and I can never insult anybody. And I'm not siding anybody. This thing, I'm not siding Nnamdi Kanu. Neither am I siding Simon Ekpa, or neither am I siding the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, which is the FGN, Fulani Government of Nigeria, or Fulani Republic of Nigeria. Anyhow way you choose to call them. Okay, let us go straight to the reason why we are here this Tuesday morning. I will never forgive anyone using my name, the name of IPOB, ESN for fundraising or to enforce illegal sit at home. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu warns from DSS dungeon. Okay, this one might be the anchor of where we go the headline where we go anchor our news from this morning. But before that, I need to let on know say other headlines still join body here. So make I give on what to expect in this very particular news, so that as you start the news, you will also like to read to the end, simply because you have seen one headline or the other that you want to know what is exactly written inside it. Anyway, this one is coming from Lagos State. Mob don't beat policeman to stupor for causing BRT accident in Lagos. All these police people, they have taken they are taking more than they can chew. That is how they keep buying people every now and then. Anyway, that one sounds him right, despite the fact that I never supported violence. But in any case, if such situation arises, man, I can never do what? Go there to stop them from doing what they have already chosen to do. Well, that one is a story. When we come back, we are going to know exactly what happens and how many people we are injured in that very particular BRT accident. Pastor Adeboye speaks on President Tinubu's withdrawal of Mariam Shetty's ministerial nomination. Okay, it don't lead to the church level. Well, no problem. Let us proceed. Festus Akpamo disgraced himself. Aisha Yusuf reacts as senators kick against screaming of Festus Akpamo. Former governors on Tinubu's ministerial list represents his liabilities, according to this our Kaduna Central lawmaker, Shehu Sani. Nigeria, everywhere, honor must be first in everything. Poverty in Nigeria now the headquarters of poverty, Republic of the world. Unemployment, this one now, they top the global unemployment rating. It is Nigeria. Corruption, Nigeria ranked number first. In fact, if there's any other number to use to qualify number first, that is Nigeria for you. Insecurity, Nigeria is one of them. I mean, everything that got to do, common crude oil thieves, it's only in Nigeria that can hear about it. Other countries have been developing their nation, their countries, with the oil the God bless them with. Nigeria own, it becomes a cause. Imagine how many oil wells you have in Nigeria. Imagine how many gas that Nigeria have been generating on daily basis. Instead of it to be a blessing, it ought to be a cause in our own lifetime. Nigeria tops global unemployment rating. This one in Nigeria, you will see it. Senate fails to confirm Nasir El-Rufai and two others cite security concerns over their nominations. Now, Nigerian Air Force bombs 3 boats stealing crude oil in Rivers State. Okay, but they will not tell us who sent these people to do what? To thief the oils. Governor Peter Mba bans collection of levies, tolls on Enugu highways and roads, only if they will listen. What about police people who always collect a gunje? Threatening people with guns, with AK-47 simply because of 100 naira and 20 naira. I beg, one bullet of AK-47, how much is being sold? But Nigeria people will waste one bullet of AK-47 simply because of 20 naira bribe or 20 naira egunje. Anyway, my wonderful people, please tighten your seatbelt to let us go through the reason why we are here. The detained leader of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, has threatened to deal with anyone or group using his name, IPOB or his armed wing, Eastern Security Network, ESN, to enforce the cancelled sit-at-home order or conduct fundraising. Kanu, who issued the threat on Monday through his special lawyer, Barrister Lawyer Jimako, said that using his name, IPOB or ESN, to conduct fundraising or enforce illegal sit-at-home is a crime, and that anyone or group doing it is deliberately working against his release from the Department of State Service, DSS, custody. The detained IPOB leader, who had announced the replacement of Monday sit-at-home with Economic Empowerment Day, EED, also said that he will personally unveil the details of the program once he is released from detention. Kanu said, "Today I met with Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at the DSS. He greets you all. The faithful, loyal, and honest, he instructed me as of counsel to tweet the following in quotes. Number 1, any person or group of persons using my name, the name of IPOB or ESN in fundraising without my direct and express authorization is committing a crime with my name, and I will deal with such person regardless of his place or residence. Number 2, The details of the Economic Empowerment Day, EED, are very comprehensive, and I will personally unveil such details once I am released. Number 3. The idea of endless sit at home has been hijacked by our oppressors as a means of rendering our land desolate and forcing our people to migrate out of our lands. They have, through enforcing the sit at home in Southeast, gerrymandered the Igbo land to now exclude the Igbos in Cross River, Akwa Ibom, Kogi, Rivers, Edo, Delta, and also in Benue. Number 4. I will never forgive any person or group of persons still insisting on the enforcing sit at home. I take it that such person is merely using my name to indirectly work against my release, which is what we have been crying at this media section. But the followers of Ekpa, the autopilot man, they said no, that we are always castigating Ekpa. We are not castigating him, we're only castigating his character. That is what we are talking about. Mob beat police to stupor for causing BRT accident in Lagos State. An officer of the Nigerian police force has been attacked and beaten by a mob after allegedly causing an avoidable accident in the K2 area of Lagos State. It was alleged that the yet-to-be-identified police officer pushed one Yusuf into a BRT bus which crushed the citizen. Ew, wahala. It was reported by the Punch that the policeman and his colleagues were attempting to dispose Yusuf of his vehicle when he got pushed into BRT lane. In the process, one of the BRT buses plying the lane inward Lagos rammed into Yusuf, who collapsed due to the impact of the crash. And eyewitnesses, who pleaded to remain anonymous, told journalists while narrating the so-called incident. The eyewitness said the police were responsible for the Yusuf ordeal, adding that he sustained a varying degrees of injury as a result of the incident. The policemen caused this. They were the ones that were trying to dispose the man of his vehicle while trying to push the man out of the vehicle. They pushed him on the BRT lane, and an oncoming bus ran into the man, the eyewitnesses said. Another eyewitness, whose name could not be ascertained, as he hastily spoke, said the policemen, after realizing that the BRT had crossed Yusuf, attempted to flee the scene, but an angry mob apprehended one of them. He said it was people that beat the policeman till he fainted. He has not died because I still observed that he was breathing. People were annoyed about what they did to that man. The man sustained serious injuries. Look at him lying unconscious on the floor and his blood on the road. Reporters who visited the scene revealed that the victim was lying motionless as residents poured water to resuscitate him after he went blank from the accident. It was gathered also that the K2 Divisional Police Station attempted to rescue their colleague, who also lay motionless on the ground. Nigerians learned that the uniform of the brutalized policeman had been torn due to the impact of the attack on him by the angry mobs. People were also seen lamenting over the incident and blaming the policeman and his colleagues for causing the accident. It was revealed that the victim, Yusuf, sustained a deep cut on his right arm in the incident. He was reportedly rushed into a vehicle for onward treatment in a hospital. The yet-to-be-identified policeman was also rushed to the hospital for treatment as well. Pastor Adeboye speaks on President Tinubu's withdrawal of Mariam Sheti's ministerial nomination. The General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Adeboye, had reacted to the ordeal of the All Poverty Congress APC chieftain, Mariam Sheti, whose ministerial nomination was withdrawn last week. Nigerians recall that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Friday, August 5, replaced the Sheti with Maria Bunkure in a letter to the Senate, and she was unaware of the development. Mayam Shanti has stormed the National Assembly for screening and confirmation when she was told that the president had removed her name from the list of nominees. Delivering his sermon on Sunday at the RCCG August Thanksgiving service, Pastor Adeboye said, God does not work in such a manner. According to him, when God promotes an individual, he or she does not need any screening. He said, not from the east, not from the west, not from the south. God is the judge of, according to Psalm 75, verses 6 and 7. God is a judge. He's a promoter. When God promotes you, you are promoted. I was listening to the news and I heard of someone who had been nominated for a ministerial appointment, and she got to the Senate where she was to be screened, only to be told your name has been withdrawn from the said list. That is not my God. When my God promotes you, you are promoted. When he promotes you, you don't need any screening for confirmation, according to Adeboye. Keyamo Ekpa disgraced himself. Aisha Yusuf Reaso as senators kicked against screening of the past minister for labor and employment. Human rights activist Aisha Yusuf has mocked the former minister for state and employment, Festus Ekpa, over the drama which ensued at the Senate on Monday during his screening. Nigerians earlier reported that the Senate exploded into a rowdy season when a senator representing Abia Central Senatorial District, Darlington Nwokocha, moved a motion for the suspension of Ekpa's ministerial screening. Nwokocha accused Ekpa of disrespecting the 9th National Assembly and accusing the last assembly of being corrupt. Nwokocha said during the administration of ex-President Muhammadu Buhari, Ekpa was invited to explain a special public works program, but he didn't honor the invitation. Nwokocha's motion was immediately seconded by his colleague from Abia South Senatorial District, Enyinaya Abaribe. According to Abaribe, the Senate President subsequently subjected the motion to a voice note, but the lawmakers were divided on the matter. Amid heated argument between the lawmakers, Bamidele called for a closed-door session and Ekpa sustained the move. Reacting to the development, Aisha Yusuf, in a post shared on her Twitter handle, faulted the way Ekpa reacted to his ministerial nomination. While making a mockery of him, Aisha said Ekpa's name was an afterthought on President Bola Tinubu's ministerial list, adding he was very desperate to be among the ministers. She wrote, Festus Ekpa disgraced himself. He was an afterthought on that list and yet was celebrating like a child that got his first ice cream. The desperation to serve is unbelievable. In a subsequent tweet, Aisha Yusuf shared an old post where he called out Buhari and Ekpa over their inability to account for the 774,000 jobs in their possessions. She wrote, for those of you that have forgotten about the 774,000 jobs and Ekpa, Aisha Yusuf, he brought back where and when he wrote it. That was around August 8th of 2020. Muhammadu Buhari, they are begging you. You have failed so pathetically. It is unbelievable how you are hiring 774,000 people while letting go of others. At Ekpa, what is going on? Who will take care of those Empower employees at Twitter and so on and so forth, according to Aisha Yusuf. Former governors on Tinubu's ministerial list represents his liabilities, according to Shehu Sani. A former Kaduna Central lawmaker, Shehu Sani, has claimed that ex-governors nominated for the ministerial appointment by Bola Tinubu represents his liabilities. According to the news, recalls that the ministerial list sent to the Senate for screening and confirmation contains 9 former governors, a development that has attracted mixed reactions from the netizens. The ex-governors including Nyesom Wike, Nasir El-Rufai, Devu Mahe, and Bello Metawale, among others. Speaking via a Twitter post on Monday, Sani opined that the technocrats on the ministerial list represent Tinubu's access while the former governor represents his liabilities. He wrote, the technocrats in Governor Tinubu's government represents his assets and the former governors in his cabinet represents liabilities. Nigeria, they don't top number one as they talk as a global unemployment. Their rating, you go shake your head. You go shock yourself. Nigeria top the list of countries with the highest rate of unemployment according to the list or latest statistics released by the World Statistics. Nigeria led with 33.3%, followed by another African country, South Africa, 32.9%, and Iran, 15.55%. Imagine Iran where they do war. Their employment rate is just low, 15.55%. The lowest rate of the unemployment, according to the report, were in countries like Qatar, 0.1%, Cambodia, 0.36%, and Niger, 0.5%. Imagine. Look at countries that Nigerians are better than. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, the unemployment rate in Nigeria increased to 33.30% in the fourth quarter of 2020 from 27 to 10% in the second quarter of 2020 as well. Meanwhile, in a more recent report, a multinational consulting firm, KPMG, stated that the Nigerian unemployment rate had increased to 37.7% in 2022 and would further rise to 40.6% due to the continuing inflow of job seekers into the job market. The multinational consulting firm said unemployment will continue to be a challenge due to the slower than required economic growth and the inability of the country to absorb the 4.5 or 4 to 5 million new entrants into the Nigerian job market every year. The Center for Social Justice recently urged the National Bureau of Statistics to compile and release the current unemployment data for the country or for the so-called Nigeria. CSJ, an advocate for physical transparency and accountability, and also evidence-driven policy making and implementation, stated that the last time Nigeria's unemployment data were released by the Nigeria Bureau of Statistics was in the fourth quarter of 2020, and since then, till 2023, they have not released any. That means the percentage have increased more and more. It added that since then, updated information had been absent, and as he considers as negligence of duty. They are not doing anything, only there to siphon the public or the funds of the Commonwealth. The National Bureau of Statistics earlier said it will release new unemployment and employment figures for the country by May 2023, and May have passed. We are in August now. However, the National Statistics Body was yet to release any report. They have been paid to do so. APC, nothing they cannot do. If you release it, the world will laugh at them, and the world will scream what is happening in Nigeria. That is why they can never release anything. Senate fails to confirm Nasir El-Rufai, two others cite security concerns over their heads. The Nigerian Senate on Monday failed to confirm the immediate past governor of Kaduna State, Madam Nasir El-Rufai. But this one a big trouble for Tinubu's administration, because this man will do everything humanly possible to make sure that he bring down this government. I can assure you that. This one I confirm Chinchina. Anyway, where he pitch, my dear, that place, yeah, that's me must go one. 45 ministerial nominees of the 48 nominees forwarded to the Senate by President Bola Tinubu have been confirmed. Speaking after the confirmation of the 45 nominees, Senate President Godswill Obot Akpabio revealed that the Nasir El-Rufai and two others have not been cleared by security checks. Akpabio said El-Rufai and two others have not been cleared by security checks. Those not confirmed are Madam Nasir El-Rufai Kaduna, Stella Okote Delta, and Danladi Omar, Taraba State. Nigeria Air Force, they don't bomb 3 boats stealing crude oils in Delta State, in Rivers State. A jet belonging to the air competent of Operation Delta Safe has bombed 3 boats while alleging stealing crude oil from a pipeline in Rivers State. The jet struck the boat during one of its operations conducted around a river Rhine area between Bonny Island and the south of Port Harcourt on Saturday. The Nigeria Air Force Director of Public Relations and Information, Air Commodore Edward Gapquet, said the crew discovered and destroyed an active illegal refining site with tanks and reservoirs loaded with his suspected illegal refined products at the Idama area of Rivers. These are not the best of times for oil thieves and their accomplices in the Niger Delta region of Nigeria, as the air competent of Operation Delta Safe continues to strike at the heart of their activities. One of such operations occurred on Saturday, August 5th, 2023, at about 4 nautical miles southeast of Bele, a riverine area located west of Bonny Island and south of Port Harcourt in Rivers State. The airstrikes became necessary after 3 boats were sighted tapping crude oil from a pipeline. Consequently, the boats were engaged and destroyed by the aircraft flying towards Port Harcourt. The crew also observed an active illegal refining site and the tanks and reservoirs loaded with suspected illegal refined products about 4 miles southeast of Idama in Rivers State. The site was subsequently attacked and also destroyed, Gapquet said in a statement on Monday, being yesterday. According to him, the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, had directed all air component commanders nationwide to team up with the security agencies at the sustained airstrikes on all criminal elements in the country. The days of treating criminal elements in our country with kids' gloves are over. We must continue on this trajectory until we bring all of them to their knees, he said. Meanwhile, the 6th Division, Nigerian Army Port Harcourt, said its troops seized a 45,000-liter capacity tanker used for illegal oil bunkering in Rivers State. It said 3 suspects were arrested in the illicit activity at a pipeline right of way between the Obiri-Ikwere flyover near the renamed Obafemi Awolowo International Airport, Ikwere local government area. The commander, 6th Division Garrison Brigadier General A.D. Efong, disclosed this during a media briefing at the scene of the crime on Monday. Efong, who is also the commander of Sector 3 Operation Delta Safe Joint Task Force, said he was marveled by the boldness of the suspects carrying out the illegal activity in the heart of the town. In the early hour of today, Monday, around 2:30 a.m., we got information that some people are into illegal bunkering activities. We sent out troops to investigate, which led to us arresting this 45,000-liter capacity tanker, and it is a 500-meter Shell Petroleum Development Company right-of-way oil facilities. They bore a hole and they started drilling the oil. The 3 suspects have been arrested with the products and the equipment they use in the oil activities, Efyong stated. Efyong said residents and those doing businesses around the area must be complicit in the crime for failing to alert security agencies to the illegal activities. He called on members of the public to volunteer useful information to security agencies when they observed strange movements in their neighborhood. The last but not the least, Governor Peter Mba bans a collection of levies, tolls on Enugu highways and roads, only if the police officers will adhere to this advice or those instructions. The Enugu state government has banned the collection of levies and tolls on highways and roads. The state government said the ban announced on Monday takes effect immediately, adding that it has already constituted a task force to enforce the ban. The announcement contained in a statement signed by Professor Chidiebere Onya, Secretary to the State Government, SSG, warned that anyone caught in the illegal act would be prosecuted. The government said it viewed with utmost displeasure the activities of those who constitute nuisance on public roads and deploy all manner of crude tactics to extort monies from vehicles transporting goods, farm products, and livestock in the state in the name of collecting levies and tolls on behalf of government. Onya said, the Enugu state government hereby bans the collection of levies and tolls along highways and roads in the state by individual or group of individuals purportedly acting on behalf of government. They have been, by this announcement, put on notice to quit all highways and roads within the state, as failure to comply will attract severe consequences. Explaining further the justification for the ban, he said that the anti-business activities of syndicates operating on the highways and roads were contrary to the current government's determination to dismantle obstacles to the ease of doing businesses in the state. The SSG warned that the current administration shall not pay lip service to its stated commitment to expand the Enugu economy sevenfold by promoting economic activities, enabling private sector investment, and offering incentives to both productive sectors such as agricultural and agro-allied activities in the state. He further assured that the government will encourage those willing to engage in lawful economic and business activities that are beneficial to the state and also to the people of the state. So when I don't hear them, this one now from the mouth of Enugu state governor, now the thing they come out from me, my own duty now to read the news to the general public so that they will know exactly what is happening within around us, and also far from us, as it ought to be. So my wonderful people, the viewers and subscribers, now here we go take a bar break until when I hear my voice again. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to like. Do not forget to do what? To comment on any of my content. The of them all. Do not forget to share this message to anyone who cares to listen to what is happening. So my wonderful people, have a nice day. May the good Lord bless us all, the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Until I hear my voice again, I still remain Okute Daily Talk. Bye-bye for now. Kemesiano.